Hi, it's Rana, and today I am playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Volume 17. This is a beautiful sketch that Sarah Christensen has for us today. I love it, and I had to use this one with this amazing line from Simple Stories. We love Pooh. And so I thought this one would be really fun for that. My granddaughter is wearing some little jammies that are her favorites, and they have little bees all over them, and I just thought, okay, that's fun with the hexagons, and her sheets are Winnie the Pooh, and she's got her little Winnie the Pooh that she likes to sleep with. So anyway, I thought that this would be fun. So I'm going to start with these hexagons that are octagons. Oh my gosh, I always get that wrong. Anyway, octagons. Yes, octagons would be 8. No, so hexagons. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm going to start with this mixed media. I have a stencil that is also the same shape, and I have some die cuts, and I also showed you in the beginning my Cricut wasn't working, so I had to get out the YouTube video and search for making this shape out of a square, and I found a video that just had a folding technique, and so I was kind of showing that. I didn't show you how I did it because, I was watching the video when I was doing it, so I wasn't recording or anything, but it's something that you can definitely search and get a little template, all on your own just by folding some paper. So I'm going to use this, I think it was fossilized amber, and I am going to add the stenciling and then a few splatters all around, set that aside to dry, and cut my pictures using this little template that I made. I actually did the folding, and then I went ahead and cut around the little folded template that I made onto a piece of cardstock so that it would be easier, because I didn't want to mess up when I was cutting my photos and the little cut apart card that I'm also going to cut in this smaller size. And then I'm just going to layer those right over top of the die cuts that I cut. And I did my die cuts out of the same white that I have for my background. Also going to go ahead and distress the edges. I'm sorry about the video for this. I guess I was shaking my table, and so it's a little jumpy right now, but it will be over very quickly. I did go with the white on white, and then you can also see I had another die that made some, made a little background, and I'm going to use that as well. So I have that same shape represented in several areas. I also will pull out a punch later on. One of the sheets of paper in this Simple Stories Pooh line has paper that match her jammies really well. The color is not quite right, but the pattern is almost identical, and I just thought that was so cute. I think I just have like one little punch that I used. I was actually going to use more of it, but I really like this one where Pooh was laying down and then all of the pink and red flowers were there. So I ended up going with that one instead of the other one, and I only had, since I was using 2 pictures, I really liked both, and I couldn't decide on, just one. So I went ahead and added both. But then I couldn't use as much pattern paper because I wanted that quote over there too. So I am going to have some of these little die cut flowers. Hers were layered directly over top of the shapes there, and I ended up having some overlap a little bit, but it's not, completely over the shapes. So I'm just still trying to kind of play around, and I left a lot of this in, just the decision-making process. I wanted the little hearts, and I thought a red heart up there. I am going to pull in some of the darker blue. The sheets, all of the little honey pots are that dark blue, and I kind of wanted a little bit darker color in here. So that's why I'm trying to come up with some of that darker blue, and I'm going to add that in 3 places. It's going to take me a minute to get all the way around. Now the sketch called for a title and then a subtitle. So my subtitle are going to be these little cut-aparts, and they say, there's 3 different ones, and one says, be sweet, be happy, and be you. And I thought that was really, really cute. The little journaling piece that I had, I felt like it was too big right there once I put these little extra subtitle pieces in. So I think it probably would have worked now that I'm looking at it, but I'm going to switch it out for a little bit smaller one. And I took my pictures before I actually wrote on it, and all it is just you always wake up happy, and then in parentheses, and cute, and I put the date on that, and that's all I ended up writing, and it's not going to be in my final pictures. I completely forgot to have that done before I took my pictures. But that is the one that's going to stay, and then I've got to find a darker flower here, and I will get to that. I only have it in 2 places. There we go. Right now, and then I'm going to add that one for the 3rd one, and I like how that looks. Kind of gives me a nice visual triangle. Sarah's sketch had just such a nice amount of white space, but I do add way more than what she does. I pulled out some Doodlebug alphas to do my title, and the title is going to be I Woke Up This Cute, and that was part of why I wrote what I wrote. The other little cut apart that I used also has the Winnie the Pooh quote that says, sometimes the smallest thing take up the most room in your heart. And that quote is actually on the wall in the kids' bedroom at my house. So I wanted that little quote on here too. I have already stuck down almost everything at this point. I used 1mm tape behind each one of the shapes, and then also another layer behind the photos and that cut apart. So it's 2 layers, and there's the space in between, and I really like how that looks. It gives it a really nice texture. And then some of my flowers are popped up and some aren't. The Be Happy is popped up, but the other ones are flat. So just to give me lots of layers and texture. And I'm going to pull out the sticker sheet, but I ended up not using any of that. And here are my final pictures. And I really like how it turned out. I like the white on white and the stenciling. I'm just really happy with all of the choices. I think it turned out pretty cute. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you did not check out my video for yesterday, definitely go back and check that out too. There is a giveaway, so you'll want to go back one video and see all of the playlist and everything that goes along with that, so that you can be entered in that giveaway. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.